May, thank you very much for coming
It's
along.
a pleasure.
So Emma's having her lovely wedding in Kensington, fabulous city location, but is not madly keen on fruitcake. So can we start by talking about fillings first of all?
Fruitcake, obviously very, very traditional, but a lot of people now are choosing to avoid the fruitcake. They might choose to have it as a top tier, perhaps, but you can have pretty much anything in your cake these days, from a classic Victoria sponge with jam and buttercream to a carrot cake, an almond cake. I did a Battenberg for some clients a while back, where they had the cubed pink and yellow sponge.
Bathroom
just
floor
for fun.
cake, didn't they?
It was bathroom floor, yeah.
So you can have different tiers.
Different flavours, different tiers. Yeah, that's no problem at all. And then it just comes down to the design and what you want to go for, really. You mentioned that you didn't want anything that you don't necessarily want to go with too traditional, but want to leave a little...
Yeah, colours is something I quite fancy.
What flowers are you having?
Lots of gerberas, bright,
so really
pinks,
bright.
Oranges, purples. Perhaps all of those might be a bit garish on a cake.
Well, it really depends on how they're used. I mean, a nice way to dress a cake is to have something that's very, very simple. So, a white cake or an ivory cake, and then either decorated with kind of the fresh flowers. And if flowers are playing a large part at the wedding, you know, if you're having lots of flowers everywhere, it's really nice to incorporate the cake into the reception in that way. Dress it with some fresh flowers, or make them out of sugar. So sugar gerberas, you know, that could kind of go all over it. But again, that might be too much, and you might think, I don't want it to as themed as that, and I don't want to make it, you know, look too twee.
So you'd still say sort of stick to the basic white icing, so we've got that lovely traditional white tiered cake?
I think so. I think it always works beautifully at a wedding to have something that's ultimately traditional in shape, and then you can really play with the designs and play with the colours.
Everybody wants something spectacular, but you know, if you're on the budget, it's a way to make it work. One who is more and more fashionable anyway, but anybody who is not even on the budget, is to use the cake as a dessert for your reception. You save the money of the wedding cakes with the dessert, so you end up with a kind of larger budget for your cakes. Or the other way to do it as well is, you know, do it yourself. A wedding without a cake, I don't know, it's like a bride without a wedding dress. I expect you have to have it. I mean, some people now is trying to do some kind of cheese wedding cakes and everything. And to be honest, you know, do you want to sit in a room where for 6 hours with like a block of cheese piled on top of each other, but just the smell? You know, stick to the cake, much better.